There we are. For a minute there, it didn't look like it was going to work, but we're live. Hey, if you're here watching the replay by any strange coincidence, be sure to do the thumbs up. And hey, if you like what you see, it'd be cool if you'd share me out. And then, who knows, maybe we'll gain somebody. We do have fun here. Today's been pretty eventful. I am uploading a video right now. It's only a couple minutes long, but it has to do with the table I'm sitting at the moment. And that was in the thumbnail. And a few errands. I did spare ribs and potatoes, but I don't have time to eat them. I won't have time until 10, but that's okay. I had a snack, so I'm all right. No, not from what I was cooking. I actually had a ding dong, and I still got a pop going. And there's nobody here. All right, so we are on the letter B now. We finished with the letter A, and we're working on this, the cliches, expressions. We're working on that. We are on the letter B now. We finished letter A. I think last week, I think we left off with back up. Why it was a reason a person who becomes stubborn and angry is said to get his back up. Well, the allusion is to an attitude of a cat. When angry, it not only raises its hair, as do most animals, but also arches its back. And I'm sorry, the kids it's summertime. The kids are going to be out probably here till I am. Ahoy, Linda. Welcome. Good to see you. Thought I was going to be doing this all by myself. So, yeah, did some watering today. And got some materials together for a couple projects. That will hopefully be happening by Friday. Tomorrow I got things to do in the morning, senior, what do you call it? And then, some groceries. And I'll still be working around here. I'm told the township supervisor drove by, so he didn't stop, so maybe I'm not in any trouble. I don't know. I'm not going to hold my breath. Maybe he saw I was cooking and didn't want to bother me. Or maybe Dennis was wrong and it wasn't the township supervisor. Todd Johnson. Welcome aboard. They can hear you, Dennis. Dennis is picking on the kids. So yeah, the table thumbnail, that's where I'm sitting right now. It's a cable reel, wooden cable reel. And neighbor's got one too that he's redesigning. And this one's going to be redesigned too. You might be surprised. At the table right now with an umbrella and the whole 9 yards, but it's going to be something different soon. Couple days. By Friday afternoon, there should be a video up about it. I can hope. All right, a few bugs flying around here. At least we're not in a cloud of no-see-ums. I went to shut the water off in the back of the house. Oh my goodness! I went through 3 different clouds of no-see-ums.
They're poisonous too.
Yeah, I hear you, Todd. I don't have any motorboats. My rowboat shouldn't be a problem. My trailers are all licensed. The car dolly doesn't have to be licensed, so they can't nick me on that. I wish they'd try, almost. The other little trailer is licensed. Yeah, everything looks better. It's not perfect by any means. But my grass isn't burning up like the park right across the street. The grass is all burned. Hello? Looks like shit to me. I should complain. I'm going to complain to the township. The park. If you were walking the park barefoot right now, you'd cut your feet on the blades of grass. They're all burned up. All right. Next word is bacon. Where do we get the expression bringing home the bacon? I think that's pretty obvious.
Give me the keys, man.
At least I know what it means. As far as I'm concerned, it means, hey, you got to make some money. You're gonna make money to buy food. So you're bringing home the bacon. Well, let's see what it says. Where did we get that expression? Bringing home the bacon. According to the book, it says from county fairs. It was once the practice at fairs to grease a pig and let him loose among a number of blindfolded contestants. The man who successfully caught the greased pig could keep it, and so, of course, bring home the bacon. I guess that would be a challenge and probably funny to watch. Blindfolded, trying to grab a greased pig. Yeah. That would be rather humorous. I wonder why they still don't do it. Is it cruel to the farmers or cruel to the pig or cruel to the contestants? What is it? I don't know. What do you think? Hey, next up is, now I've never heard this, badge of poverty. Although I should have one, I suppose. How did we come to speak of poverty having a badge, as in the expression badge of poverty? I don't know. I never used that expression. But it says at one time in England, bankrupts and beggars were compelled to wear the divor, or badge of poverty. This consisted of a coat half yellow and half brown and upper hose of the same colors. A coat that's half yellow, half brown, and upper hose of the same colors. That does not make any sense whatsoever to me. What do you mean by upper hose on a coat? And why would you, that just sounds cruel. Hey, times are different. And times, no, I didn't say blindfolded. Oh, for the pig, yes. Yeah, let's go back to the bringing home the bacon. It was once the practice at fairs to grease a pig, let him loose among a number of blindfolded contestants. That would be humorous. What do they call them? Mosh pits? I don't know. I don't know exactly what that is. I do know someone who has experienced it, but I'm not going to bring it up or bring her up. Mud pits, mud wrestling. That gets pretty slippery. Patch of poverty, yeah. A patch. Oh, okay. When they're saying coat, they're not meaning a coat that you like an overcoat. They probably mean a badge. They're calling it a coat. Okay, I have heard badges called coats, like coat of arms. Okay. Still, bags. Why do children say, I bags this, meaning I get it? I haven't heard any kids say that. And I get it. Is that really in their vocabulary? I get it. Bags. I don't know. The word comes from poaching, since whatever a poacher managed to steal would be quickly slipped into his bag, he would literally bag it. Well, what does that have to do with saying, I get it? It's totally different. Yeah, they don't say that. You're right, Linda. I bags this. You know what I'm saying? They don't say that. I'm throw this book away and start our own book. Welcome aboard, Kenny. Yeah, they don't say that. Okay, Baker's Dozen now. This one I like. This one I have something to say about Baker's Dozen. I know that a Baker's Dozen is actually 13, like 13 cookies, 13 cupcakes. Anyway, how did 13 come to be called a Baker's Dozen? In the early days in England, the price of bread was fixed by law. This law allowed hucksters to get 13 batches of bread for the price of 12. The 13th batch was their profit. Okay, now that's totally kind of different than what I thought. I thought that a Baker's Dozen was the baker thanking you for buying a dozen cookies or a dozen cupcakes or a dozen of anything. In my mind, came to mean you got a little extra. You know, it's like buy one, get one free, or buy two and get the third free. You know, whatever, something like that. A reward for the purchase. Excuse me, the RC is working. Thank you for sharing us out, Ford man. Well, apparently I'm wrong as far as the origin of it, but I'm going to stick with what I'm saying, is that it's a reward. Now, I don't think we'll ever see a Baker's Dozen again. As a matter of fact, we don't even see a dozen. You go to the store and, Holly, I'm live. She's bringing stuff out for supper. Wants to eat outside. At least the bugs aren't too bad over there. To me, the Baker's Dozen, like I said, we'll never see it again. We'll probably never see a quart again. Probably never see a pound again. You know, this has happened several times in the last couple of months. I buy cookies. I like soft batch, fresh chocolate chip cookies. And yeah, you pay $2.99, sometimes $3.99, depending which store, which brand. There's 10 cookies in it. Not a dozen, 10. And it's the same with cupcakes. You might get 6. You might get. They haven't done it with eggs yet. Eggs are still a dozen. She's hollering at Dennis. Oh, come on, you guys. I'm live. Anyway, I can't get into that.
I don't judge.
The like 3 pounds, or not 3 pounds. a pound of coffee, I think, is 13 ounces, not 16 ounces. And Holly, I'm on a live stream.
I don't care. I'm done. You're cooking. Get over here and watch the fucking grill. I'm done. I'm going inside.
You said you were going to finish it.
I'm done. I am done.
Well, at least turn it off, please. I'll be back. Stand by.
Your pizza better get cooked.
Hang in there.
Thanks, you too. I'm sorry that you came out.
Don't be sad. That's what they want.
I guess. I think it's called bipolarism. Vince's wife is that way. Anyway, 8 eggs for $1.25. Really? Now, I haven't seen that at Dollar General or Dollar Tree. I haven't been to Dollar Tree. 8 eggs for $1.25. Huh. Donut shop gives a baker's dozen on Tuesday. That's cool. I see what I mean. That brings customers in. They come in and get 13 donuts, and that's good customer relation. That's good salesmanship, whatever you want to call it. And if I was there and they gave me an extra cookie or an extra cupcake or an extra donut, well, I'm going to be back for one thing, and it won't have to be on Wednesday. And I'll probably look at some other stuff in their showcase, like a cake. Maybe my granddaughter will have a birthday and I'll order a cake from that bakery because they're nice. They treat their customers right. That's what I look at. I don't know. All right. Bald as a coot. All right. I'm a little bald, but excuse me. Or every now and then I do take my hat off to try to get some sun in my head. But everybody's so used to me wearing the captain's hat, they think I wear it to bed. All right. Bald as a coot. What is the reason a very bald man is said to be as bald as a coot? Well, I think isn't a coot a bird that is hairless on its head? Butt Nuggets Homestead. Thank you. Yes, thank you. We love you too. It's spelled coot, C-O-O-T, Linda. Coot. I think a bird, I think a coot is a kind of a bald bird, if you will, hairless or featherless on their head. And I think it might be English. We'll find out. We'll read what it says, because I haven't read it. Most of these I have not read. Okay, it's because a coot is a waterfowl with a bill that goes quite a way up the forehead, making it appear very bald. Maybe I don't know what a coot is. It says it's waterfowl. Let's see, I'm thinking of a pelican. I don't know. I would have to look that one up. Papa Drew, welcome aboard. Peace, love, dove, and hippies. What's the weather doing out there in Flagstaff? Balk. B-A-L-K. Why do we say we balk someone's efforts when we thwart them? That's a good question. I don't know, but I've heard that. You know, I was balked, or they were balked, or boycotted, perhaps. That is an old guy or a body part on a woman. Whoa. Whoa, I just got it, Papa Drew. Uh-oh. It's raining hard out there. Okay. A bunch of mule deer. Cool. Well, I'm glad you guys are getting rain out there, because I've heard that it was so stupid dry that, you know, they were shutting the parks down because of fear of wildfires. So that's good that you're getting rain. Balk. Okay. The word balk comes from the Anglo-Saxon balka, meaning beam. And in the days before locks and keys, a balka or beam was put across the door of a hut to bar enemies and thieves. Okay, that kind of makes sense. You know, I think we had a barn door. It was a side door that hardly ever got used, but every now and then. But you had to go in the barn from a different door to unlock that door. And there wasn't a key or anything like that. No, it was a board across two, you know, U-shaped pieces of metal, you know, and so you could not push your way into that barn. I mean, you probably could, but you'd have to be damned forceful. So it was locked from the inside. But you take the board out, now you can open the door. So, balk. James, welcome aboard. Van Life Rocks is live. Why is live chat not the default? I don't know. I don't have an answer to that one. All fire restrictions have been lifted in Flagstaff. Wish they did not till after the 4th. Oh, makes sense there. I baked weed cookies today in the air fryer. Oh, wow. Okay. Ball. Why did a dancing party come to be called a ball? Oh, boy. I don't know if I should get into this one, but I will. I'm thinking of Buddy Holly. Good golly, Miss Molly. Anyway, there is a Latin word, ballare, which means to dance. But our ball had its origin in the Feast of Fools at Easter. Never heard of that. As a part of this celebration, choir boys danced around the dean in church. He threw a ball at them, and they sang as they caught it. This sounds stupid. At early American dances, too, a ball was thrown as the dancers danced around in sets. I've never heard of this. Though they stopped throwing the ball, they kept the name ball for the dance itself. Well, that is kind of fascinating in a way. No weed cookies, no pot, just normal cookies. Okay. Did you make a baker's dozen, Papa Drew? So ball. A dance party is called a ball. Okay. I got it. Kind of. Hey. I said, what? We're here to learn, right? Bandbox. What is the reason we say a neatly dressed person looks as if he just stepped out of a bandbox? I have heard this, but it's years ago. Certainly not something I use. I mean, I see somebody dressed up, like say during the week, see somebody there in a suit and tie or something, and you go, because you don't normally see them, like, where are you preaching today? All right. Bandbox. Okay. In the 17th century, special boxes were made to hold the bands or neck pieces which men wore. These bands were light and flimsy and ruffled and quickly lost their freshness. These bands were light, flimsy, ruffled, and quickly lost their freshness. That don't make any sense at all. Huh. Although I can remember fluffled neck pieces like Shakespeare. I think if you see pictures of Shakespeare, he has a fluffled, I don't know. Maybe that's what they're referring to. Bandbox. Just stepped out of a bandbox. See that? Nah. Some of these just don't make any damn sense. Is it okay to shoot deer from the bathroom while going 10 to 200 out of the schoolie window? I did not do that, but just asking for a friend. I'm not positive. I believe, I don't even think they allow you to do that on a safari in Africa. You don't hunt from a vehicle. Or at least, I don't know. I guess it would depend on what you're hunting. I mean, the drive-bys, they shoot up your house. I don't know. That's interesting. All right, bandy words. Now, I think I know what this one might mean. Why do we say we bandy words when we argue? I'm not sure about why it's called bandy, but I've heard that expression many times. For bandying back and forth, blah, 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 arguing. All right, let's see what it says. There is a game called bandy in which the players, each with a crooked stick, beat a ball back and forth from side to side and try to get it past their opponents into the goal. To bandy words, therefore, is to knock them back and forth as one would bandy a ball. The phrase keeps the ball rolling is also taken from the game of bandy. Hello.
Hey, Jack, tell everybody online that I apologize. I don't feel good, and I'm very ornery.
Okay.
I just don't feel good, and I don't have no patience.
All right.
I don't feel good.
Okay.
I'm getting sick again.
Well,
So
don't
tell them
don't
on
get
your
sick
life.
again. Just calm down.
Tell them on your life.
They can hear
I'm
you.
getting sick again.
They can hear you,
So
Holly.
I'm getting ornery.
Okay.
I apologize to them for any interruptions
Okay.
or my language or whatever
Okay.
for me being so ornery.
Okay. They hear you.
Tell them that, okay?
You just told them. You just told them that. They can hear it.
I am so sorry for this.
Okay.
I'm getting sick again. I got a temperature.
All right. Well, I can't hear John's revving his motorcycle. Okay, I will. Well, I was trying to finish off. Well, just calm down and feel better. Papa True says feel better. James says feel better. Everybody's saying feel better. Okay, she hung up, which is normal. When she's done talking, she hangs up. Camping therapy is here. Hi, Doreen. Okay, Papa wants to put a machine gun mount on the side by side. Oh, that'd be flipping cool. It would also fly a peace flag. Okay. Just don't fly an ISIS flag or something. You could get blown away. Oh, goodness. Gosh, it seems like there's just been a lot of drama lately. I don't know why. You know, Felix put out one here a bit ago. It was about magnet fishing. I haven't totally watched it all. They were at a park in Kansas, and there was some kind of a problem going on, a domestic dispute in the bathhouse at this campground. Like, good Lord. Beth, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. And thank you. Thank you so much. You are totally awesome. I've got to get over to your videos soon. Let's go Brandon fly. Now see, I would fly that. I like that. I like that idea. I like how it came about. The newscaster made a mistake in what she was hearing from the crowd. I love it. I love that. From a mistake comes a nationwide thing. I love it. Yeah, Flagstaff loves Brandon. Getting lots of pop-ups. Hey, everybody, if you don't have Beth, please go visit her. She is totally freaking awesome. You want your channel to grow, go see Beth too. That's another reason. She's very, very supportive. And she gets everybody to support you, which is special in my book. Oh, the newscaster was trying to cover it up? Well, she did a pretty good job of it. She created a, I don't know, she should get a nickel for every time it's said. She'd be she'd be the richest person. Yeah, Elon and a few of the other billionaires, they'd be behind her. Oh, man. I mean, as far as worth. All right. So now we know about bandying words. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That makes sense. The phrase keep the ball rolling is also taken from the game of bandy. Okay, learn something. All right, bankrupt. Where did we get the term bankrupt? Starting to get dark out here. I got my little light, but, well, I can show you how dark it's getting. Yeah. But anyways, I got my little round studio light there. The word bankrupt comes from Italy, where money changers once placed the money they had to lend on a bench called a banca. If one of these money changers was unable to continue in business, his counter was destroyed and so became a bancarotta, since rota means broken. Because of this practice, the term was applied to the money changer himself, who was said to be bancarotta or bankrupt. Okay, but if you're a money changer, how do you go bankrupt? Come on, unless you're dishonest. I just saw a firefly. I love fireflies. It's a sure sign of summer. Okay. Barber. Okay. How did barber get that name? At first, the barber only trimmed beards and let the other hair alone. And the Latin word for beard is barba. When beards were shaved off and hair began to be trimmed, the barber altered his work somewhat, but kept the same name. Okay. Something's bugging me. Hang on. Ah. Whew. I don't know what got me. Something not really stung me, but irritated me. Phew. Oh, we got some good ones coming up. I see one that's coming up. We'll probably get to it today. Batman. All right. Okay, so we know now where barber came from. A barefaced lie. I got a cramp in my hand for some reason. Oh. Would stop raining, I would film new video. I have a major thing I want to share with people. Okay, cool. No, there's no mosquitoes tonight, Todd. In fact, very rare do we see any mosquitoes here. I've heard people complain about them, but it's rare. I hardly ever see any mosquitoes around here. Which is good. We do have no-see-ums. There's clouds of them. Unfortunately, they're not right here where I'm at, or I would have to move. They get right in your mouth even, you know. Being the dog used to living in a bus when she hates to travel and barks every time. Aw. All right. A barefaced lie. I would say a bald-faced lie, but it says barefaced here. It is easy enough to lie when you do not have to show your face, for your face may give you away. So a barefaced lie is one which you make without any visible sign of compunction. I would call that a poker face. Okay. Bald face, bare face. Okay, so the next one. Bark up the wrong tree. Okay, now to me means you made a mistake or you're wrong about something, but yet you still keep pushing it. Your argument's wrong and you should know it, but yet you still keep on the same agenda. Yeah, bear. B-A-R-E. Bare-faced, bald-faced, whatever you want to call it. All right, bark up the wrong tree. What is the origin of the expression barking up the wrong tree? The allusion is to dogs trained to hunt raccoons and possums and to leave the scent of other animals alone. They will occasionally pick up the scent of a catamount and tree it. When the hunters finally catch up with the pack, they find the dogs barking up the wrong tree. They will occasionally pick up the scent of a catamount. Would anybody tell me, please, what a catamount is, or do we have to wait till we get to the letter C? A catamount. C-A-T-A-M-O-U-N-T. Catamount. The dogs pick up the scent of a catamount, and it goes up a tree, and so they're considered to be barking up the wrong tree because they're supposed to be hunting raccoons or possums. I don't know what a catamount is. Can somebody tell me? I mean, I've gone coon hunting, and we've had to not even catch up with the dogs. They obviously had a coon up a tree, but they were so far away, and there's so many damn fences to climb over through the swamp. We didn't want to go do it. We just said they have to turn around, back to the truck, went home. I said, well, what about the dogs? And my partner, and he says, no, don't worry about him. He left his coat laying there in the field where we had parked. Sure enough, the next morning we go back out about 10 o'clock, and there's dogs waiting by his coat. Amazing. A catamount tastes like chicken. Okay, Todd. It's a cougar per Google. Okay, a catamount. Well, now that's starting to make a little sense. Cat, cougar are related, I would assume. This light is reflecting off my glasses. Let's see if I can maybe change that a little bit. Not really. Huh. Turn it that way. Now I think it's the sky reflecting off my glasses. Thank God for Google, Linda. Of course, we used to use dictionaries. Encyclopedia Britannica. Okay. Barnstormer. And it's definitely getting dark. I can't read. See if I can get this light over here a little better so I can actually read. Hang on a second. It's a flexible light. There. Barnstormer. How did actors get the name Barnstormers? Actors? I thought barnstormers were those guys that flew Sopwith camels, did circus tricks with the airplanes. Isn't that what barnstorming is? Now it says actors, so I guess we're going to have to read it. How did actors get the name barnstormers? Actors have long been called stormers because of their ranting and storming. And in the early days of theater in England, there were not enough playhouses to hold all the troops of players that toured the country. Poor troops and those going far afield often played in barns. These players were therefore barnstormers. I never knew this. Actors are called barnstormers. And then they go, because of the ranting and storming? I suppose, and I'm thinking of movies or plays. Don't see too many that are ranting and storming. I'm beginning to wonder about this. All right, the next one is Batman. So I'm thinking Batman, crime fighter, whatever. What's it say? Why is an army... Wait a minute. Why is an army officer's soldier servant called a Batman? Really? I thought they were valets. Because originally it was a soldier servant's duty to look after the pack horses. And the French word for a pack saddle is bat. written with a B, and then the A has a tent over it. B-A-T. The French word for a pack saddle is bat. So Batman looked after the pack saddle and the horses. I'm Batman. But I tell you what, there are different means. Yeah, crop dusters. I would have agreed with you, Linda. Crop dusters, that makes sense to me. A couple years ago, we were building a house up there by Lincoln Lake. We were out a ways, kind of in a small new development, and fields all around us. And we're working on the house, and here come the crop duster, or a crop duster. It was pretty interesting to watch these guys. I mean, they're just a couple feet, looks like, above the ground, flying at God knows how fast, and the spray coming out. And then they get to the end of the field, and there's a line of trees or whatever. They go practically straight up and swerp around and loop down, and they go the other direction until they, sprayed the whole field. It's pretty fascinating to watch. Lancaster, Pennsylvania has a baseball team named Barnstormers. Yeah, when and where was the book published? I think we covered this on day one, but and it's a compilation. There is no one author. Okay. This edition published in 1985. So to me, that's not that old. 95, 2005, 15, so that's 30. In a couple of years, it'll be 40 years old. So maybe. But come on. I'm almost 70, and I've heard maybe 1/3 of these expressions, if that. Where? Okay, it was Quarto Publishing Group, United States. They're based out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Okay, here's a disclaimer. Every effort has been made to ensure that credits accurately comply with the information supplied. We apologize for any inaccuracies that may have occurred and will resolve inaccurate or missing information in a subsequent reprinting of the book. I am not holding my breath. No explaining it, yeah. We're still having fun with it. A bazooka. Now, I am interested in wanting to know how they got that term bazooka. Are they talking about the artillery piece? Are they talking about the bubble gum? Are they talking about Papa Drew's bathroom? I don't know. Okay, how did the bazooka get that name? Okay, when Bob Burns, the vaudeville performer, devised a form of kazoo that had a very long sounding horn, he named it a bazooka, from the Dutch word bazoo, meaning trumpet. The kazoo, the horn into which you sing and vibrate a little strip of paper, gets its name from the same word. The two-man rocket gun, it takes 2 men to do a bazooka, devised by the American Army during World War II, was named for Burns' quasi-musical instrument because of its similarity in appearance. Okay, I'll buy that. Yeah, Bazooka Joe. Megavan Mike, Permission granted. Bazooka Joe, yeah. So now we just have to know, how did Kalamazoo be called Kalamazoo? I'm sure that's Native American somehow, mixed with French. Bazooka. Because it looked like a musical instrument. Nah, I like it. I'll think of that. Beam ends. Why do we say that a person who has been knocked flat has been knocked on his beam ends? I would have said he's knocked on his ass. The beams of a ship run across it, under the deck, from side to side. So when the beams are on end, the ship is turned over on its end and cannot right itself. A person who has been knocked flat is in a very similar predicament. See, now I'd have called that capsized. Beams end. Okay. Oh, here we go, Linda. Bear. B-E-A-R. For what reason is a Wall Street trader who sells stocks short called a bear? Now, I've never heard, I know about short sales and that it's a bear market, but I never heard that the trader was called a bear. Okay, because such a person sells stocks without having them, in the hope that the price will go down and he can purchase what he needs for delivery at a lower cost. And so the old folk saying still applies to him. He sold the skin before he got the bear. That's interesting. He sold the skin before he got the bear. A Wall Street trader who sells stock short called a bear. You know, why isn't that illegal? I mean, you're selling something you don't even have. I got a girl in Kalamazoo. I don't remember that one. I do remember one about the girl's father was in Saginaw, Michigan. It was around the same time they had the song North to Alaska. I hear tree frogs. I hear John's radio in his garage. I hear Holly's TV. I hear a sprinkler running, you know. Probably John's. All right. I kind of like this, how this background is looking. This is not a green screen. This is really, I'm sitting in my yard by the corner, right straight across from the park. Saginaw Fisherman. Wow. Beard the Lion. This might be the last one for tonight. What is the origin of the expression beard the lion in his den? I don't know this expression. An ancient form of insult was to walk up to a man and tug at his beard. Only the weak and cowardly would stand for it. A man who would insult a lion in this manner was indeed brave. One who would attempt it in the lion's den, doubly brave. Okay. That's like asking for it, you know, tug on a lion's beard. I think the Metro Godwin Mayer roar might be appropriate at that point in time. If I was a lion getting my beard pulled, I'd be pissed. I wouldn't stand for it. All right, we'll end it with this one. Beating about the bush. Papa Drew, don't say a word. Why do we say a person who avoids the issue is beating about the bush? Okay, I think I know this one. Well, let's read what it says. In many forms of hunting, it's necessary in order to find the game to follow it into the underbrush. Beating the bushes and making a din noise to scare the animals out. A person afraid of the animals lurking there will beat about the bush, pretending to go in to find and kill the beast, but not actually doing so. Ha! That makes sense. Beating about the bush. Faker. I would say that's a good word for a person who fakes things. Beating about the bush. Yeah, why not? Okay, mateys. Believe it or not, it's getting chilly for me. I miss that sunshine. And hopefully we'll have more tomorrow. Let's see, tomorrow is Thursday, the 30th. So I'll be gone in the morning. I should be home all afternoon with any luck. And I probably will do another video. Now the video I was loading, let's double check here a minute. All right. Whoops. What? Oh man, I almost lost you. Anyway, doesn't engage. Yeah, there you go. Beating about the bush does not engage. Yeah. Interesting term. Okay, so what else can I say? I'm going to put my shirt on. I'm going to gather stuff up because it's getting dark enough that I'm going to have to turn on the outdoor light to be able to see what I'm doing and get things set up in the bedroom so that I can at least listen to the computer tonight for a while, which is normal, and eat supper. Yes, I'm hungry. So, mateys, thank you for being aboard tonight. Go visit Beth Beltran. We'll continue with the letter B next Wednesday. All right, coming up Saturday. Should be a normal Saturday. Last Saturday was not normal, especially the evening one. The evening one was a disaster. But we will continue with Guess the Channel, of course. It'll be a brand new channel because Sue last Saturday evening gave me the answer that it was RV America. So she's won a scratch off, and we will be doing the scratch off. I don't know if we'll do it in the morning or we'll wait till the evening. I don't think she'll care. We can wait till the evening show. So that's what's going to be happening. There'll probably be at least one more video, maybe two, before that time. So, going over to Gina's. Okay. All right, Todd, we'll see you Saturday and everybody else. So, thank you for being aboard, mateys. And I surely appreciate your watching and surely appreciate you engaging in the chat. Nobody's beating around the bush in my chat. Not even Papa Drew. Of course, his idea of bush is just never mind. I don't think he's here right now to hear this. All right. In the meanwhile, fair winds and smiles. And of course, James is going to be sailing soon. That's great. Looking forward to it, James. All right. May God bless. We're going to end the broadcast and we're going to answer all these questions. And Holly's calling. Good night.